All right, it's the 18th of November 2024. It's a Monday, and we're going to get to the charts in a bit. Okay. We're good on sound. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. What's happening on gold? Okay, so gold's rejected 2550, rejected 2558. That's weekly support, and we're pushing up, and we're heading towards 2600. Okay, that's what's happening on the daily. Today is a Monday, and there is no news today, right? There is nothing lined up for this week. This week is a no news week. So is I think next week. Next week is also no news week. This is not going to do anything to price. Thursday and Friday this news is not going to do anything. It's not going to bring any volume, and neither is this. Yeah, neither is this. So next week, and then on Fridays, on Thursday is a holiday, so that's Thanksgiving weekend. So we just have about 3 days of trading next week, and then Thursday, Friday is on Thursday there won't be any volume. There may or may not be any volume. I can't say there won't be volume. There may or may not be any volume. But Thursday is a US bank holiday, so no trading the New York session. And then Friday is the next day, which is possible a long weekend, so you might not have too much volume on Friday either. Right. So this week, there's nothing happening this week. Okay. So it's just a regular trading week. So let's go to the chart and see what we have. Let's get rid of all of that. Let's get rid of all of these things, all of these lines. Okay. Okay. Cool. Right. So on the 4, this is a entire supply area, right? So we have about 25 minutes to the NY Open. There is no news today, so that's a drop, and all of that's base in candles, right? And then that's a drop from there. Okay, all of these are side by side candles. They're all base in candles. Okay, so let's extend this to the right. Then in terms of demand, um, yeah, all of that just ranged here last Thursday and Friday. So that's just a range there. So there's a rally, and all of these are basin candles. They're all side by side. They're all basin candles. We'll take this as well. So that's the rally. These are all basin 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 basin candles, and then a rally-based rally. Okay. So the 285 and close 286. Yeah, 285, and the low is 450. 285450. Okay, perfect. And this, yeah, and then above this, keep this here. That was from last week, so that's the closest supply zone right there. There is H4 support created here. We're going to take a closer look at that later. But let's look at further up from current price. We have, yeah, we have this entire, no, maybe just that. Hmm. I'll just go with that for now. And that's a good 700 pips away. Yeah, so let's just go with that. So that open is 72. The high is 527. 5.27. Okay, so that's supply, that's covered. Let's look at demand. Um, okay, here there is some sort of probably on the 1 hour. We can just take a look at that on the 1 hour. Yeah, so on the 1 hour there is a drop and a base and a rally. Okay, so it's right at that, it's right there. So this close 8603 and this open is 8610. 8610, this low 042. 8610 0242. Okay, 8610, yeah. Okay, we are going to pay attention to that. Drop, base, rally. Okay. Um, let's keep that there. Search for demand. I'm going to mark this as H1 because it's more visible on the H1 time frame. But even though there is H4 support there, there's H4 support there, and there is a demand zone, but the demand zone is basically on the 1 hour time frame. So I'm going to keep it as H1 demand there, and that's H4 demand. Okay. Then further down, if price does drop there, which I don't think it will, drops this far down, we are going to mark this as well. So that's a drop, that's a single basin candle and a rally. So this open is 510, but price did come down there, 450, 510, so 4 point. Okay, perfect. Okay, that's what we got for the NY session today, right? There's a supply zone up there. Price is not going to get there, right? It's not probably not going to get there today in the next 2 to 3 hours. But we have a supply zone here. We have a demand zone, H1 demand zone here, and we have H4 demand zone right here. And then one below that as well. That again is too far from current price, right? I don't anticipate price to drop 480 pips in the next 2 hours. Now, um, let's take a closer look at these and identify which of these are high liquidity zones and which are not. Okay, am I audible? Yeah, I am. I am. All right. Okay, so this one is a high liquidity zone. We did identify that on Thursday and Friday. It did take out this supply on the left, so we're going to keep that as is. And price is very close to it. And then this one hasn't taken out anything on the left yet. Well, it did take out this Yeah, it did take out this supply zone, so this is a high liquidity zone as well. I'm going to bring a label here, keep this label there, and this one, this 4 did it take out something on the left? This zone did take out this supply. There was supply here, drop, 3 basin candles and a drop. There was clear supply there, and this move up took it out, so this becomes a high liquidity zone as well, right? Yeah, that's good enough. Okay, now just extend this to the right from last week. Now we're going to look for, now that we've identified high liquidity zones and H4 supply demand zones for today, for the next two to 3 hours. Now the next thing to do is to identify if price gets in here. This is a fairly large zone. It's a 300 pip zone. Where can price reverse here or pull back? Where could there be a possible trade, right? We're looking for a liquidity candle. So a fairly large candle that stands out, which is about under 50 pips. Under 60 pips is great, right? Under 60 pips. So this is 128. That's 153. Just going to pay attention to that candle right there, right? 153. Let's go down to the 30-minute. There's nothing here. Nothing that stands out here. Is this candle. This candle stands out, right? And now that candle is 140 pips. Yeah. So, it's going to mark that candle out. 5, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. Okay, let's go down to the 15-minute and take a look at this area again. There is a candle there which is 107 pips that started this zone. It's gonna keep a, just watch that candle there for now. 779. Okay, 779 is the start of that candle, and then looking at the 15 minutes, there is nothing. What's the size of that candle again? Roughly about 105 pips. Okay, so this is 90 and this is 87. I don't want to mark this candle because this has no wick on the top, so I don't want to bring this zone down here. I want to keep that there, and this is the largest candle in this range. 88, 90, that's 90. Yeah, that's 90. Okay, I'm gonna mark this candle as well. 36779. I don't anticipate any big moves today. So we did tap that area. We perfectly tapped that candle here. When was this? 13th. 13th was last Wednesday. We did tap that liquidity candle right there. Yeah, just so that candle has volume in it. That candle right there has this light red zone has volume. So price comes back there, we're going to get a either a pullback or some sort of reaction or maybe even a reversal, right? We've just barely tapped it. So that's 106, 105 pip zone. We've come in about 12 pips, right? Um, yeah, so those are the two zones that I'm going to watch for. Probably today and tomorrow. If nothing happens today, then maybe even tomorrow. Um, okay. Okay, so pretty simple. Um, those are my largest two candles, 140 pip on the 30 minute. And then if I go down to the 15 minute, that candle started the whole base, the selling off started there. And then, yeah, this candle is 107, this is 89. Yeah, but price could come deeper into this. Yeah. Yeah. So if I do take a trade here, stops are above this, above this 30-minute high, right? And if I do take a trade inside here, then stops are above this, obviously, right? Two zones for selling. So pretty straightforward. EMAs have crossed. We are buying now. It's starting to get bullish. If you look at the, sorry, let's go back to the 4 hour. Just save this. Okay, so I'm selling from either one of those two zones. Okay, I want to see a 15-minute candle close in my direction, a touch of this zone, and then a 15-minute candle close in my direction. Now there's a psychological round number there as well, 2600. So we can get some sort of reaction in that area. In terms of buying, don't know whether this is going to hold. This is a 81 pip candle. Might get a bounce off here. 15-minute is that 40 pips. We've come down 24 pips already into it. It's just wick here, right here. 47 pip wick. $51.19. Yeah. This one right here. 7042. Five-minute. Let's look at that on the 5-minute. $38. 38. 27. 34. It's that candle right there. I'm going to keep this entire zone though. So if price comes down, there's weekly support right there, 2586 as well. So let's just go back and look at the, yeah, there's weekly support right there. So if price comes down, and if I do get a M15 touch here, a candle touches this, and then a M15 close in my direction to buy, then I'll look to take buys with stops below this candle here. Okay. This high 84.26, I'm going to mark that as well. The downside 84.26. This high is 84.26. Yeah. Okay. So for buying here, stops below this if price comes down, but I need confirmation. I need the M15 candle to close in my direction, and selling from either this zone or this zone, and again a touch, and then M15 candle to close in my direction to sell. Stops above this zone and then stops above this zone, right? So pretty straightforward, but it might take a while. There's nothing happening today, so I'm going to be here for 2 hours. If price doesn't come to these areas in the next 2 hours, then that's it. I'm not going to be hanging around for and waiting for price to get there. As I said, I'm going to try to take almost all of my trades within the 2 hours or the 2.5 hours of live stream that I do. I'm not going to be taking trades outside of that. I'm going to try my best not to. Okay. Also, let's just look at if price does come deeper here, where could it? Let's look at the 1 hour first. So that's the entire base. That's a gap there that needs to get filled. There's no bottom wick. That's a daily candle that has no bottom wick. So we could drop down to create a bottom wick there. That's a 94 pip candle. It's a 107 pip candle. Let's go down to the 30-minute. There's nothing on the 30-minute. At least not this one. 97, 108. This one, 141. Let's go down to the 15-minute. 100 pips. 100 pip candle. That's an 89 pip candle. It's smaller, so we're coming through that, coming into that. Yeah, here. This one right here. 868, 864. How big is that candle? 86, 85. That's much bigger. Let's go down to the 5-minute. It's these two candles right here. 89. Yeah. Zone is very large. It's very large, but these candles are big. They're not like how it was before pre-election. These candles now, the 15-minute candles are large candles. 15-minute candles are 100 pip candles now. Look at that 15-minute candle. 87 pip candle. Pre-election, 15-minute candles were 20 pips, 25 pips, 30 pip candles. Now, post-election, the Trump era, the Trump era is your 50-minute candles are 70 pips, 60 pips, 75 pips, 80, 90, 100 pip candles, 15-minute candles. Look at that 15-minute candle, 147 pip candle. right? So this is the Asian session. Yeah. Okay, so I don't think we're going to get down here. We could. It's 275 pips away. If we do, then I'll look to trade within this light green area here. It's very close to 2558, so I'd wait for price to touch it, right? I'll not be taking a trade. I won't be taking buys unless price touches it, and I have the next M15, the second M15 candle or the next M15 candle close a bullish candle in my direction. Only then will I take a trade because I want to see confirmation, right? All of these the same story. Same applies here, right? I want to see price touch this light green area. The dark green area is the H4 zone. The light green area that I've drawn in each of these dark green areas is the high liquidity candle, right? HLC, if you want to call it. That's a high liquidity candle, and that's the area that I want to see price touch, and then a M15 candle close in my direction to take a buy. Okay, so we've got two light red areas here and two light green areas here, and there's another green area here, but I don't believe price is going to come there. That's very far, 450 pips away, right? So we've already done 325 pips today. Price has moved up with no bottom wick, so we could push up and then turn down, right? We could continue down tomorrow. Price may pull back tomorrow or somewhere during this week. Price might pull back to grab liquidity below this daily candle that has no bottom wick. Either grab liquidity below it to continue higher, or just grab liquidity, then close below and continue down. Right. So, but that's going to take a long time. Don't need to worry about that for the next 2 hours. Um, yeah, so we're going to just wait. So I'm just going to, all I'm doing is I'm waiting for price to get to these areas. Now you can, if you do analysis like this, okay, the New York session has just opened. This whole process takes about 30 minutes, 35, 40 minutes tops. Um, After you do that, you just wait. You do this every day, and then you just wait for price to come. So if you don't have the time to sit at the chart, once you do your analysis, spend 30 minutes, do the analysis, and then set alerts at this area. Just about 5 pips below it, set an alert. So when price gets to that area, you'll get an alert on your a push notification on your mobile or on an email, and then you can come and look at the chart and see if there's a 15-minute candle close in your direction to take a trade if the zone is touched, right? So I'm gonna be spending the next no, what's the time? How long have I been here? Yeah, I'm gonna be spending another hour and a half here. It's been about 30 minutes now. That's how long I've taken to do the analysis. So another 1.5 hours, 2 hours at tops. We're gonna see in the next 2 hours if price does come to any one of these areas to take sells or to take buys. Okay, as simple as that. And then you got to manage risk. If you do get in a trade, you got to and if price goes against you and you're in drawdown, then you got to manage risk, like I've done in my other trades, in my other sessions. You've seen you manage risk, and then you set decent TP levels as well, right? Because there is no news today, so don't anticipate price to move a lot. We've already moved over 300 pips today, so price may not move anymore today. It may not move. It might just range. It might just touch this area and range. Be prepared for that. So if that's the case, then you're going to have to manage risk. Okay. All right. Okay. Just a second. Okay. Okay. We got about 11 minutes for this candle to close. 15-minute candle to close. We are going to wait. We are going to wait. Just have to, so the reason for this again, reason for this light red area is this candle. Okay, this candle right here. So if price needs to turn, if price needs to turn, then this candle needs to hold price to push price down if it has to turn. If it's going through, it's never visited it here, so I am anticipating a touch and a push down. Maybe we touch and we push back down here. That's about 150, 160 pip move, 165 pip move down. Let's see. Okay. Okay. We got time. We got time. We got a candle's got to touch this, and then I need a candle to close in my direction. Okay. And then we've got this area, 2617.79 and above, right? Okay, you can see a perfect touch here last Wednesday, and price dropped. It's a huge drop. 800 pip, over 800 pip drop from 2617.79 perfectly to the pip. And this is why I love looking for these high liquidity candles, because they work so well, right? That's the candle right there, and that's the candle right there, right? That's a liquidity candle that created this zone, that started this zone. So that candle, you block out that candle, price has tested it once. Okay, it tested it. It came in, created the zone, then left the zone, then came tested it once. So if you look on the 1 hour, yeah, that's the zone right there. That supply zone there, the 1 hour supply zone was created right at the bottom of this candle. Perfect supply zone. Price touched it, dropped 800 pips. Right. So I believe there is more volume there. There is more selling volume there, or there is more sell orders there. So because I'm a supply demand trader, so I believe there are more sell orders there. So price comes there, I'm going to look to take sells, but as I said, I want to see a touch, and then I want to see M15 candle close in my direction to take the trade. Same with this zone as well, right? So there is a, right at the bottom of this candle, at the base of this candle, we created supply, right? So you go down to 15-minute, you can see that price created right at the bottom of that range, price created a supply zone. You have a rally here, then you have a base in candle, and you have a drop. So right there we created supply. So, and price has never visited that area since then. So now it's coming very close to that. We're going to wait to see if you have a reaction. So we got about 8 minutes for this candle to close. Let it touch. If it does touch, then we're going to wait for the next candle to close. See if the next candle closes in my direction. A bearish candle close in my direction to take a sell trade. Okay. Okay, I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay. Still don't have a touch of that area, so not not interested in this. Yeah. Not really interested in this move. This move down. I needed to touch this light red area. What's happening here? It's slow, as expected. It's slow. Today's a Monday. I won't be surprised if this week is slow. Um, there's nothing much happening. Price is just inching up. Asian session, there was a move with the market open. It's a 300 pip move. Apart from that, there's been nothing. Nothing in London. London just ranged. So that was the London opened around there. That's a London low, and then that's a London high right there. So yeah, that's a London low and that's a London high. So London session did nothing. Just moved, just ranged within this block. But the Asian session is what had the big move straight up. That was with the market open. So that's the Asian low right there. And that's the Asian high. That's a 275 pip move. Since then, there's been nothing. So we're going to wait and see if price gets here and then look to take a sell if you have an M15 candle close in our direction. M15 bearish candle. Mm-hmm. Nothing's happening so far. Thursday, Friday, there was nothing, just range. Price just ranged. It was very similar, just absolute. This was Friday. This is all that price did. Just ranged side by side. Thursday also there was nothing much, just price just very slowly inched up. The moves happen outside NY, uh, outside of NY open hours. That's when the move happened. This was the London session move up, started the move, then it just continued. This was the Asian session move previous day, 400 pip move down, 450 pip move down. And New York session has not been doing much since about Thursday, Friday. Last week, it's been nothing. Got about an hour, 1.5 hours of the 4-hour candle to close. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get a big move here. We might get a reaction here, pullback to continue higher. Price is heading towards 2617.8 or 2618. That's where we're heading to. Right? There's going to be a price is just going to pull back, retrace a bit, and then continue higher because we are bullish at the moment. Price is bullish. We're heading higher. We've almost touched 2600. Yeah, we've touched almost there, just a couple of pips away from 2600. And if you look at the 4-hour, we're creating fresh demand. Created fresh demand here. We're trying to create another demand zone, fresh demand zone here. So we are heading higher. I don't think this zone is going to do anything to push price down. So I might not take a trade even if I do see an M15 candle close in my direction, unless there is like a strong M15 bearish engulfing candle close in my direction. I'm not going to take a trade here. I'm going to probably wait for price to get here, and I don't think that's going to happen in the next hour and a half. In the next 1 hour. That's a 180 pip move. I don't think that's going to happen today, at least not in the next 1 hour. So yeah, it's a Monday. I'm not going to be here for long. Maybe another 30 minutes at the most. Yeah, 30 minutes more. Yeah, I'm not going to try to force any trades. I'm not going to try to take any trades here. I'm definitely not buying here, not buying in this supply zone. I'm buying here. If price gets here, that's where I'm interested in buying. I'm not buying anywhere here. These are the areas, the light red areas is where I'm looking to sell from, but I don't see this area holding price. I think we're going to go through, but we're going to go through very slowly because this candle right here, this is a 15-minute candle. This candle has no top wick. So once we break, that's a liquidity candle. Once we break that high, there is nothing to hold price down, right? Once we break this high, so this is where price is heading to, and that's a 90 pip candle, right? 88 pip candle. We've come up more than 50% into it, 56 pips into it, right? And there's no top wick on that candle. So once price breaks this high, there's nothing to stop price here. Then we're going straight up into this light red area, right? That's where I believe that we could probably get a sell trade from. from that area. That's better than this. That's better than the lower area. This one above here is better than this area because this one is based off this candle right here. And there's the candle that started this move down. This candle right here, this liquidity candle. Price ranged and then dropped. So let's see. Let's see. Let's see. If I do get a strong bearish engulfing candle, I might take a trade because there's a psychological round number there, 2,600. So I might take a trade down to come to these, to come to this area, to 2592, roughly to 2592, somewhere there. I might take a trade. There's support, there's resistance here, and there's support here. So 2592 is a safe area to take a trade to come to. That's about a 70 pip drop, 70, 80 pip drop, but I need to see a strong bearish engulfing candle from here to take that trade down. Otherwise, I'm not. Then that's just going to be a pullback. I believe that's going to be a pullback, probably create support and then go further up because we're creating a new high in the New York session. Remember that. We're creating a new high, and 70-80% of the time when we create a new high during high volume time, price pulls back, creates support, and goes back to retest that high. And the same applies when it creates a new low in high volume time. Price creates a new low in high volume during high volume hours. Price pulls back, creates resistance, and then goes back to retest that low. All right. So that's the same thing. That's a similar thing that's happening here. So we're going to wait. We have these M15 candles that's already touched this, which is fine. High 127, and this is 123. Okay. Good. Gonna wait to see if price goes deeper and closes a strong bearish engulfing candle. A liquidity, basically I want to see a liquidity grab to go down. Okay, so we're gonna wait 10 minutes for this candle to close, and then we have to wait for the next candle to close as well. So there's a lot of waiting to do here. It's a Monday. It's a lot of waiting to do. Okay, so I'll be back in a few minutes, in about 5 to 10 minutes. Yeah, so price is pushing up as expected. We pushed above 2600. We are bullish, so you got to be very careful trying to take sells in this area. You got to really see um, a candle, strong candle, bearish candle close in your direction to take a sell. Right? We've touched this. No bottom wick on this candle, but we are pushing up, so we might just the next candle might come down, create a bottom wick, and then grab liquidity from this candle that has no wick, and then head up, right? So pay attention to this high, this M15 candle high, right? This M15 candle high is 2610. Once we break that, there is nothing to hold price. 2610. Yeah, once we break this 2610, that's about 65 pips away. Once we break that high, there's nothing to hold price. Then we're going higher. And also remember that we're creating a new high in the New York session. This is the New York. We're getting close to the NYSE open. NYSE will open in about 45 minutes from now. So this is the NY open move. The NY open move. So we are pushing up. We've created a new high. We may go further up before we pull back. So you got to be careful. Got to really see a strong bearish uh, engulfing candle, a bearish engulfing candle, or a strong pin bar. Basically, what you want to see is a liquidity grab. Something like this candle here, like this candle here, how it pushed up, or this candle here, this liquidity grab where it pushed up, right? That's what you kind of want to see, that kind of a move to push up. So you want to see the opposite of that. You want to see a strong liquidity grab or a strong bearish engulfing candle to take a trade coming down to 2592, right? So this 15-man candle is touched. We've got to wait for the next M15 candle to close. All right, so there is time. We're going to wait for the next M15 candle to close. We got to wait, right? Just wait. Let's see where this current M15 candle has just opened, and the close of that candle is going to be the close of the 1-hour candle as well, right? The close of that candle is going to be the close of the 1-hour candle. So you want to see how this 1-hour candle is going to close. Is it going to close bullish above 2600, or is it going to close below it? How is the M30 candle going to close? Is the M30 candle going to close below 2600? Right? If the M15 candles close below, if it closes below 2600, then the M30 will close below 2600 as well. Right? So you want to see where this M15 candle is going to close. And as I said, I want to see if I'm to take a sell here, because this is a counter trend trade. I want to see a very strong M15 bearish candle to take a sell trade. Otherwise, I won't. And if you break this high, then that's it. The zone is not going to hold. We're going straight up to the next zone. Okay, and once you break this high, we might have a bit of a pullback. We've got another 75, 77 pip move up to the next zone, right? So let's wait and see. There is time. Okay, I'll be back in a bit. Okay, so 3.5 minutes for this candle to close. Doesn't seem like it's closing bearish. We are still moving up. And as I said, once we break this high, we're going straight up, right? But it's going to probably be very slow today because it's a Monday. We're just inching up. That's all that's happening. No buying opportunities for me because price is in, supply. Yeah, we're just heading up. 60206. Mm. Yeah, there's nothing happening. Okay. This is closing bullish again. This could have been an opportunity. The pullback here. This is a continuation trade, continuation opportunity. I didn't want to take it because we're very close to supply at this point. Didn't want to take it, but this could have been an opportunity. Stops below there, and then probably up to 2610 or 2606, which we should be heading to 2606. So this low, because this candle broke this low, this is the pre-NY liquidity grab, and then this candle broke this low. 2 M15 lows are taken out, and then the price pulls back to 2593 to head up. Yeah, 2593. We should be heading up to 2606. We might pull back to 2600 or just below that, and then I continue higher. So 15-minute candle has closed. Probably a pullback to go higher. Okay. So yeah. So I'm going to end the stream now because it's very slow. I'm not going to be doing anything. We should head above 2610. We're getting close to that 2610. We should be heading to 2610 and then higher to 2617. Right? We should break this 2610. Price is pushing up. Okay, we might pull back to 2600. So if you're looking to take buys, wait for the pullback. Wait for your M15 support to be created, or even better, M30 support to be created, and then take the trade to go higher. Okay. Um, don't don't buy now. Wait for the pullback. Right. There's an hour for the 4-hour candle to close. There's an hour. We are at supply. Remember, we are just very close to supply. So don't buy here. Do not buy here. Do not buy in this light red area. If you want to buy, wait for the pullback to take the trade up. Don't buy here. All right, that'll be the end of the stream. It's very slow, so I'm not going to sit around and wait here for another 30 minutes or another 45 minutes. It's we've just hit our supply zone, so price might range here until NYSE open. NYSE will open in about 30 minutes from now, and I'm not going to be here for that. So if you are looking to take buys, wait for the pullback, wait for M30 or M15 support to be created, and then take the buys. Or if you're taking sells, wait for a strong M15 rejection candle from this area, a bearish engulfing candle or a pin bar to take sells coming down back to 2592, right? That is your support. 2592 is your support, right? Okay, that's about it. See you guys tomorrow.